Roll call, please.
Student trustee Pan.
Just say here really loud.
Here. Student trustee Cervantes. Student trustee Bianca Slater Santos. Here. Student trustee Surjiva.
Here.
Trustee Gutter.
Here.
Trustee Gallegos.
Here.
Trustee Lee.
Here.
Vice President Tata.
Here.
President Walker.
Here. Thank you. Item 8, there's nothing to report out of closed session. Item 9 is the agenda. Do we have any changes to the agenda?
There are no changes.
Let's get this thing approved.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Sorry.
Item 10 is the approval of minutes from the March 10th meeting and the March 19th meeting.
Move to approve minutes of March 10th and March 19th.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We're going to move on to item 11 right after. I congratulate Trustee Gutter on her first meeting from beginning to end from the dais. Welcome and thank you.
Thank you. I'm very excited to be here and to be a part of the community and to be more visible at each school and some of the activities. So just bear with me, but slow and steady. We're going to get through this. Yes.
Tonight, you have the advantage of seeing students in the room. We're going to honor the Westmore High School Student of the Year. And I think that Principal Zhao will do an introduction for us.
Hello. Sorry, I knew that I was coming up here, but I think I missed the cue somehow. But hello. I want to go ahead and first welcome our Student of the Year, Mr. Ibrahim El Gaifi, as well as his family. Thank you for being here tonight. So I didn't know if you're aware, Ibrahim, but there is a little speech that I prepared for this. So I'll go ahead and begin with the short introduction. So it is the tradition and the privilege of the principal each year to select one student to serve as the Westmore Student of the Year. Typically, we have really focused on common theme, which is that we nominate students that have overcome significant challenges in pursuit of a very rigorous educational experience at Westmore. And we have been discussing this for quite a while, actually, as to which student in our senior class kind of best fits that. And we are very, very proud, Ibrahim, that we're able to recognize you today. To give some context to everybody here, because I know that not everybody is familiar with Ibrahim as we are. Ibrahim did not start off as a freshman at Westmore High School. He began actually at Jefferson. And he had transferred to Westmore in the spring semester of 2024. That was a very different Ibrahim than you see today. It was a very different person. I'm actually very glad that we have one of our campus supervisors here, Ms. Zari Denegri, who helps supervise our campus alongside the parking lot. Because one of my earliest memories actually of Ibrahim is that I remember finding out there was somebody that was in the back of a sedan in the parking lot during class, and we went out and I was like, "What is going on?" And lo and behold, we found Ibrahim hiding, in the passenger seat, trying to avoid going to class, but. I mentioned that because to give some context, just how different and how different you are and how much you have grown. It really is an incredible thing to see, because sometimes we get to see students grow over 4 years, but Ibrahim, you've grown over like a much shorter amount of time and in incredible ways. He has. And I'm not sure if everybody knows this, but Ibrahim is somebody who came to us as a student learning English, still is. His first language is Arabic. He had a difficult path towards graduation initially, right? He had a lot of work ahead of him. He knew that coming in. He knew also that he was going to need to work closely with his case manager, Ms. Michael Suhir, to make sure that his special education accommodations were in line and in order. He had a tough path ahead of him already coming into Westmore, but Ibrahim, you have shown a commitment and a fervor for your classes that is truly remarkable. Coming in from as somebody who didn't have that before, and now seeing you grow into the young man that you are today, who is somebody, honestly, that is not just respectful, responsible, but you have become really a model student, especially for your peers. I have a few statements from some of the adults at Westmore that would like to make sure to congratulate you as well. I know that your case manager, Ms. Michael, wanted to make sure that you knew how proud she was of you, because she has seen you ever since you came to Westmore, and she not just agrees, but wholeheartedly congratulates you tonight for maturing in such a huge way to the responsible young man that you are now. Also, Mr. Martinez wanted to make sure to congratulate you. Ibrahim is part of Ms. Martinez's Young Men's Health Group, where they talk openly about issues of masculinity, what it means to have a healthy social emotional life. And he wanted to make sure that you knew how proud he was of you as well, that in a space like that, you're able to talk honestly and also even bring others into the conversation, people who are now benefiting from being in that group because you're there, right? Also, Miss Donna Nava, your science teachers, wanted to make sure that you knew that the improvement and also just the how impressed she has been this year with you and your performance in her class. You work hard, you apply yourself, you are a joy to have as a student. She wanted to make sure that you knew that. It really, like I said again, it really excites me to be here today because, like I said, sometimes it takes a while for us to see students kind of grow into the adults that we hope for them to be. And you stepped into that in such huge ways. You have not only set yourself a really solid path for graduation and on for bigger things. I know that you're also even thinking about that future career as a police officer. You have your strength of character and the way that you have grown to be a model for your peers in such a short time. That is what I think we are most proud of today. So I hope, honestly, that you and your family can be as proud of your accomplishments today as we are, Ibrahim. And I hope that we get to congratulate you again in just a couple months as you cross that graduation stage. Thank you for being here tonight. Can I go ahead and present this as well?
Yes.
Okay. I want to go ahead and ask Ibrahim, can you come on up? Certificate for me.
Thanks so much.
I think we'll take a quick picture over here. No, should be fine.
Thanks so
Right
much.
on.
Thank you. Yeah.
If you would like, Ibrahim, you can say a few words, or you can shake your head.
Would you like to speak?
Good evening, everybody. I'm very grateful to get this, and I thank everybody here, and just like pushing me to do like better in school and class. And I thank Mr. Zell, thank all my teachers, and feels good that I got this achievement.
All right. Congratulations. I think I'm going to invite the board to say a few words. Can we start with students?
Is this for like the report? Okay.
It's to.
Oh, okay. I want to say, yeah, I want to say congratulations, and I'm really proud of you, and yay, Westmore.
All right.
Congratulations. This is really amazing. And I think it's great to have people like you represent our district.
Well, I'm very impressed with what I heard about you, Ibrahim. And I just want to congratulate you on betting on yourself at a time when you might not have been feeling as well about how things were going, but you were able to overcome some things and bet on yourself, and it really paid off. And so congratulations.
Ms. Sergiva, do you want to say something?
I'd like to congratulate you once again, like many of us have done. This is a really great achievement, and I hope you are as proud as we are.
Trustee Gallegos.
Ibrahim, I'm proud of you. You know, that sense of pride you're feeling right now, remember that. You know what I'm saying? You worked hard to get where you're at right now, and I know that it came with its challenges, and life does that to you. You know, and when you're young, it's kind of hard to figure that out, you know, and I think sometimes, you know, we do things that put us in situations that we're not sure how to get out of. Sometimes we're scared, sometimes we're just not sure. And everybody has different circumstances, and I'm sure, you know, you had your reasons, but you figured it out, and you got to be really proud of yourself for that. And I'm sure you make your family really proud too, and you make us really proud. So you're a fine young example of a young man that we want to be, you know, in our community. So continue to do all that stuff that you're doing now and leading by example, and you know, just keep grinding it out. Proud of you. Good job, man.
Congratulations, Ibrahim. Really, job well done. And you know, it's amazing. You've done the hard work these past couple of years. And, you know, when you look at the work you've done with the Young Men's Health Group, I mean, there's a leadership that's innate in you that's coming out in order to be able to support these other young men to bring out the best in them. And that is something that's going to give you great success moving forward. So I'm really looking forward to hearing your journey ahead and how you're going to be just an incredible leader in the community. And we're going to need people like you in this world. So thank you for that. And to the Westmore team, thank you so much. And congratulations as well for creating this space and the support for a student like Ibrahim, because really it's about creating a space for positive life change, because that's what we're in the business of, positive life change in this district. And to have a shining example in Ibrahim right here, kudos to you guys. So thank you all.
Hey, Ibrahim, is this your sister? She cannot wait to clap. She's so excited, and your family is so excited. And then the Westmore family is so excited for you because they know you. And I'm just so impressed with everything that you've overcome, and that you've, in a short time, you've become this leader. And young men your age, they don't like to talk about their feelings. But you became a leader in the Young Men's Health Group. It's amazing. And when you said you want to be a police officer, possibly, that's your leadership shining through, that you want to help, and that I think you can connect. You can connect to your community. I'm just so, you're just such a shining example of all the good things of our school district. And I want to thank your Westmore community for supporting your family, for supporting you, and but especially you, because it comes from deep within and what you've been able to do. And I can't wait to see what you will be doing in the future. And please stay in touch with us. We'll stay in touch with Mr. Zhao, because, you know, he'll let us know how you're doing, because definitely we need you here. We need you in this world. Thank you.
Congratulations. I kind of want to point to two things. So I often say times like these, that we like to support people who've learned how to do some hard things. And I'm a little tongue in cheek, but I'm also very serious. One thing you've done here tonight is you kind of jumped through our hoops, and I think they're important hoops. And I think Westmore's hoops are important hoops. And I think that maybe the next challenge for you is to find out what they are for you. And hopefully this whole process helps you figure out, here's how I get the next thing done. At least I hope that's what happens for you. I didn't mention your families. I'm happy they're here to support you. And I've lost my words. I'm happy they're here to support you. And I hope that you continue to grow together. I just hope this journey continues to support you in your future. So congratulations and thank you.
Ibrahim, I'm happy to see you here. I have met Ibrahim. Mr. Zhao is very proud of him, and he's introduced me and shown me this is going to be our student of the year. He's going to be our student of the year because he is so proud of you. And I can feel that you feel proud of yourself. And so I'm so happy about that. I loved hearing that you are a leader in the Young Men's Health Group as well. It's been said, but that really shines. That is something that is going to help a lot of others. So you're helping yourself and you're helping others. And for me, that's been something in my life that's been very fulfilling. So I hope that you find that fulfillment as well. I love that your family is here. And I also am so happy seeing how excited they are to cheer you on. And I also want to thank the Westmore administration. All of the administrators from your school are here to honor you. That's kind of a big deal. So thank you to you guys for being here and for Zari for being here. Your community is here to support you. I'm thrilled that you have achieved this in such a short time. Sometimes students of the year are students that are just sort of high achievers and have consistently done, kind of been. And I really love it when I see somebody who has had to work really hard and had to overcome some things and has really come through it and is a shining example, because life is a struggle a lot. And you've shown yourself that you can move through hard things, as President Walker said, and come through to the other side. So I'm thrilled for you. I'm happy to see you here tonight, and congratulations. Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to take some pictures, but since my microphone is on, I forgot to say to you about the Young Men's Health Group. I never heard of this before, and I'm happy you're participating in it. And, as we grow older as men, we do some pretty interesting things to each other. The dozens, pushing, the posturing, the fighting, the hazing, and, the lack of emotional support. So I imagine those are some of the things that the Young Men's Health Group focuses on, and I'm glad you're a part of it. Let's take some pictures.
Okay. Student trustees.
Making all kinds of noise.
Come on, Chelsea.
She's like, no.
I don't do the photos. Okay, ready? 1, 2, perfect. Okay. Thank you. Congratulations. Yeah.
That is. Or as my son would say, old frogs.
We're gonna wait a minute.
Okay.
Here we go.
They did. Because that would be public comment on a specific item.
Approve the agenda, approve the minutes. Sorry, I got lost there. Item 12A calls for a board report. Can we start with students, Ms. Tan?
Hi.
What's happening at Westmore?
So like this past week at Westmore, like last week, there was CAS testing for juniors and CAS testing for seniors. And then the Westmore badminton team is currently second in the Bay Division. This Saturday, there's a Castro Valley Relays track meet. And also this Saturday is Westmore's prom, which is at the Asian Art Museum. MESA, which stands for Mathematical Engineering Science Achievements, had their first competition on the 19th. Mamma Mia had its closing weekend, and I think on closing night there was 350 attendees, which was like a record. Westmore FBLA is having its state leadership conference coming up during the spring break. There's a home swim meet tomorrow. Boys varsity volleyball got second place at a local tournament, and the boys JV volleyball is currently first in the Ocean Division. There was a Westmore math competition on the 10th, and there was also like a whole Pi Week celebration with hallway activities. There was an elections candidate meeting this week, so we'll be starting our election process soon. And tomorrow there's also a CTE field trip to Skyline.
Thank you. Ms. Cervantes from, she's not here. Sorry. Ms. Santos from Terra Nova.
Good evening. Here's our update from Terra Nova. Last week, we had this program called Breaking Down the Walls. And if you're unfamiliar with that, it's this program that goes to various high schools around the country and they do community building. It was a really great experience. And we have March Madness coming up, which is a basketball tournament. We had a very successful food fair last Friday. And we had our opening weekend of Legally Blonde the Musical last weekend. And this weekend is our closing. So if you haven't come, make sure to check it out. We also have spring sports happening and a field ribbon cutting ceremony this Friday for our new baseball and softball field. We have a class of 2028 Seas Candy fundraiser and a Europe trip coming up in 2 weeks for spring break and a blood drive also coming up when we get back from spring break.
Thank you. Ms. Sergieva.
So an update from Oceana, the Pathfinders Club is having a field trip to UC Santa Cruz, so students can get to explore their options and get to know what path after high school may look like. Senior X Day is also this Friday, so seniors will be presenting the project they've spent the entire year working on, so that's very exciting. And currently at Oceana, we have an ongoing canned food drive to raise canned food and to donate. And prom theme has been announced, and our theme is City of Gold, and our prom venue is San Francisco City Hall. Additionally, we have Fame Night coming up on May 1st, and for those who don't know, Fame Night is it's an acronym for Fun, Art, Media, and Entertainment, where students get to present their artwork and any creation, any piece of work they want to share. And then the junior class is hosting a Panda Express fundraiser this Friday. And additionally, our Be the Change Summit is coming up on April 25th, where students will present their year-long project about drug advocacy and collect data for another presentation coming up. In the past month, we've had Springfest, which was an event aimed at middle school students, focused on increasing enrollment and getting students to consider Oceana as their school. And additionally, next week we have Interim Week, where students get to go off campus for a week and and go around, for example, the city for photography or Washington, D.C. for government. And then, as you all saw, we have the district art show, so a lot of work from Oceana students is displayed out there. And just like Westmore, cast testing for juniors just happened. And lastly, there will be a swim meet at Westmore tomorrow. That is it for Oceana.
Thank you very much. Trustee Gutter, would you like to share anything for our board report?
I really don't know how to do a board report, so. But I understand I'm supposed to report out some things I've done. So since this is my first official meeting, actually when I got put in, I was here. The only thing that I've really done is I came to the art show, which I thought was great. It was wonderful. And it just seems like a lot of good things happen in this building when they're celebrating things. And I really like seeing the art from all the different schools. And I just thought some of those things were like, I just still draw stick figures. So like a head hangman style. So yeah, I was very impressed and I felt a little shameful that I didn't know how to do a little better. But it's really important to me to come around. And that's where I met the principal from Westmore was at the art show. Okay, throw your hands up. And I'm just really trying to meet everyone. I know the medical center had a renaming and I was able to go to that. I'll be at Terra Nova this Friday for the ribbon cutting. So I'm really trying to make my way around. There's quite a bit of activity, so I am slow and steady, but I'm gonna try to get to things. I went to Thornton High School. I had never been there. I really enjoyed that. The chickens came into our meeting. So that was very impressive. I left with about 6 eggs. So I was yeah, I want to go back there. So I really appreciate how welcoming everyone has been to me, and my board report next time will be filled with a little bit more activities. So thank you.
Thank you. Trustee Gallegos?
Let me turn that on. Yep. So let's see. On 3/11, let's see. I went to Terra Nova for the first night game on the new field. They played Cappuccino. I believe they did not win that game, but it was close, 2-0. So, but it was nice to see the field being finally put to use after all this time. It's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. Actually, it's a really nice field. Seemed like the kids were enjoying it as well. Let's see. I also went to Oceana's Spring Fest, which was, I think, for the incoming 8th graders. I kind of stopped by and just kind of see how they had the, I think the cafeteria was set up with all kinds of activities and food and snacks and stuff. And then they had, I think in the theater, they had something for the parents, which was cool. I didn't check that out, but. And then on last Friday, I went to the Westmore's opening night for Mamma Mia, the musical, and I don't even know what to say about it. It was amazing. Yeah, I've seen a lot of plays, with young people in them, and sometimes they're, hard to get through. Sometimes they're fun, but this was amazing. I mean, I can't even, if you had a chance or you didn't get a chance to see it, you really missed out on something special. And I think I missed out on the coolest night, which was the interactive crowd night. But I know so that was that was definitely something I'll have to check out next time if they do it. And then on a personal note, I am a local 104 member. I was part of the St. Patty's Day parade on last Saturday. So we got to walk down Market Street and give out candy and do all that cool stuff. And then I'm looking forward to doing Senior X this coming Friday. Also Terra Nova's ribbon cutting for the field. So I'll be there for that. And I was part of the chicken experience at Thornton last Thursday as well. So it was nice to be able to get all that feedback like we do when we visit the school sites and listen to everybody and then also collect some Easter eggs that I'll probably be coloring. But that was it for now. Thanks.
I think that was a first to have chickens walk across a board meeting. So that was great. I did a lot of the similar things you all did. So, but I'll focus on three specific other things. One, there was the amazing sing-along Mamma Mia with Vice President Tejada. And it also happened to coincide with my wedding anniversary that night. So my wife and I were there to celebrate while watching the kids perform Mamma Mia and us at sea wearing a feather boa, throwing beach balls, throwing money during Money, singing along with everything and even glow sticks. I can't remember which song that was. So, but nevertheless, it was a fantastic experience. Kudos to the students at Westmore for putting on an incredible production. On Thursday, I was able to speak at Thornton at their career day, talk about my day job, not this thing up here, but what I do that pays the bills. So it was really great to be able to talk about specifically the firms I've worked with over the years. I'm a senior finance director with an architecture firm, and I've been in the architecture industry for a number of years. So it was really fun to be able to show some of the buildings that some of my employers have designed and try and connect with students that way. And reminding them that if they have an artistic bent, that architecture certainly is a field they should be able to consider. Lastly, today, I went up to Sacramento with Deputy Superintendent of Business Tina Van Raphorst for the Schools for Sound Finance Symposium to be able to learn a little bit more about how we are funded as a district, especially that since we are community funded and everything associated with what that means. So it was really to hear from those who have been doing the work. And I mean, we've been in it for a few years now, but to be able to sort of understand exactly how that budgeting really works. It was very informative and lots for me to sort of think about as I review the material today. So that's it for me.
So it's been a busy few weeks, and this is when it really ramps up in our district. Really great to attend the Youth Point Health rebranding event, formerly Daly City Youth Health Center. So well attended. Kudos to Ms. Shapiro, our executive director, and the entire advisory council. It was a really joyful event because the rebranding is spectacular, I think. And then Ms. Preston and I attended the City of Daly City's 115th birthday celebration. Always good to support the city. And then right after that, we raced here for the district art show, which is fantastic. Everything here is just awe-inspiring. Our students are just amazing. And then we also, with Ms. Presta, Ms. Baca, Ms. Van Raphorst, Mr. Walker, and Ms. Gutter, we went to the Skyline President's Breakfast, our partners at Skyline. Always good to support them. And that same day, I also joined Mr. Lee at Thornton Career Day. It was Ms. Talkoff's last career day, and then we followed it with with the board meeting, with the chickens and the eggs, but it was fantastic because there were parents there sharing about their students, alumni there sharing. It was a really, really great board meeting. And then that evening, I also went to the Daly City Women's Commission celebration, where they honored five Westmore students as the Young Women of Excellence. So it was just really great to see them. They were just so humbled by the experience, but all very well deserving. And the Mamma Mia sing-along, crazy, so fun. I haven't had, it's been a long time, but I've been to performances at Westmore since 2013. Great program there, but this really was, there's nothing like it. It was so fun. And then Sunday, I did with Rooted Together. That's, it's related to the REACH Coalition of San Mateo County. It's their Immigrant Legal Resource Fund, Legal Support Fund. We did some canvassing in parts of Daly City to just drop off door hangers on knowing your rights and about the rapid response hotline, and just talking to citizens. And they were very appreciative of the work that we're doing out in the community, and it's the area I grew up in. So it was good to get back there and just, I feel like just do my part. And that's it for me.
Thank you. I had a chance to get out to the athletic fields at Terra Nova. I caught the first track meet. I volunteered to run the long jump pit, and I didn't get to do it, which is both disappointing and fortunate because I got to see a lot of fun things out there. While I was there, I stopped by the baseball field, which I think might have been the first expenditure of money that I voted for as a board member. So it's good to see that that's going well. Everybody's been mentioning the art show out here, and we've mentioned the musicals, which I haven't seen yet. I am always overwhelmed with admiration and pride when students in the district present their art to us. And so I encourage you to take a chance and go check out the art show and Mamma Mia and Legally Blonde at Terra Nova. It was way funnier than you guys gave me credit for. Take a chance, Mamma Mia? No?
Mamma Mia.
This week I will be going to Oceana to see a senior exhibition for a senior who I am very close to, or at least I feel close to. So I'm excited about that. And everybody's been mentioning the eggs at Westmore High School. You can also get eggs at Oceana High School. And maybe those chickens will also leave you a little gift. Ms. Presta.
You can always count on you to make a joke. Yeah, you can count. Oh, there you go. I was making a pun. I didn't even know it. You know, I was at all the events that were listed, basically, so I'm not going to reiterate it. But it's been a really wonderful few weeks in this school district and in the surrounding community. So that is part of my job that is tiring, but really a highlight for me. I really enjoy being out in the community. I'm going to say a couple of things, just highlighting. Mamma Mia was fabulous. Like, I cannot say enough about the caliber of musicality, just beautiful. And then the young man who played the piano in Mamma Mia was playing the piano at the art night, and it was beautiful. So I just really can't rave enough. I haven't been to Legally Blonde yet. I'm going to go this weekend. So I'm sure Terra Nova's play will be also fabulous. The art show that's been in the hallway for the past week or so, you know, I get the privilege of working here. So every day I kind of walk, kids will see me at school and say, "Did you see what I put?" And then I'll go check it out. And I just keep looking at things. Like every day I kind of see something new that I didn't see. And I too, like I didn't have art classes in school. I just never had an art class. So it makes me really happy that our district has wonderful art classes for our students. And the talent is amazing. There's so many things I could say. I am looking forward. We're going to have a board study session this coming Saturday, all day Saturday. And so that is great. And then afterwards, I will be going out because there's a lot of social justice actions happening on Saturday. So I will leave and do that. I think that's about it. Thank you.
Right now. Oh, Ms. Cervantes from Jefferson High School couldn't be here, but I think that Mr. Giba is going to read their update for us, please.
Yes, so the Jefferson High School updates are as follows. ASB elections are happening throughout the week, and CTE is also taking next steps for a field trip this Wednesday. And additionally, Career Day is going to be tomorrow for Jefferson High School. And like Oceana, prom tickets are also on sale for Jefferson. Recently, Jefferson had a track meet at Hillsdale, and they also have an upcoming track home meet on the 31st. Stanford Blood Drive will be going on this Friday for Jefferson. And recently, the senior class hosted a movie night and a step-up rally. Additionally, Seal of Biliteracy tests are going on soon. And St. Patrick's Day 4-leaf clover scavenger hunt is also going on soon. And on the topic of eggs and chickens, Jefferson is having a STEM Plus egg drop competition. I'm not sure what that's about, but it seems relevant. And JCYC is also having a field trip to UC Santa Cruz. And that is it for Jefferson.
Thank you very much. Item 14 is the consent agenda.
Any subcommittee reports or?
Oh, wow. I'm not even looking out there right now. I'm not even looking. Would anyone like to report out from a subcommittee? Then our featured presentation is the AFT Local 1481 report. Ms. Casey. Is that 2 meetings in a row?
Hi, everyone. So I just want to report out that last weekend I was in Anaheim for CFT State Council. It's a time when we all get together throughout the state and make decisions on things that we're interested in, sometimes candidates that we're going to vote for. Also, there were classes on, I took a class on how to be safer on the computer and with your cell phones and those kinds of things, and then also how that connects to our information through all the things that I'm connected to with my members' information. So that was this past weekend. Also, on Friday, we voted to have our new president and vice president. We have co-presidents and co-vice presidents, kind of complicated. But I want to let you all know how to find out and how to see the leadership in our union. If you go to the website and you go to our district and you scroll all the way down, it says AFT Local 1481 directory. And that's a lot of steps. And then you go to the website. And from the website, there's all sorts of things to look at on our website. But if you look at the top, it says join us and about us. If you click on executive board officers, I just put them up. The co-presidents, we have Michaela Christensen and Adam Kuby. So again, we're a union that represents almost everyone in our district, except for the cafe workers and obviously the administration. So we have a co-president that's classified and a co-president that's certificated. And then we have the same thing in the vice presidents. We have a co-vice president that's classified, Matt Barnes, and a co-vice president that's certificated, Robert Rustia. And you will be meeting them soon enough. They'll be, you'll probably see one or two of them coming to the meetings next year when I will not be. And I'll miss you all. But and then you can also see the other folks who are in the leadership. And also on that website, I just want to alert you that there's announcements at the top, and you can see some of our political actions that we're taking. Again, this Saturday, there's a lot of social justice actions for No King's Day, and it'd be great to have everyone out. Thank you.
Thank you.
Before you go, is this the last time you'll be presenting to us? Okay. Thank you.
And that shirt rocks, by the way. I really like that
Thanks.
shirt.
Yeah. It might be if I decide not to call on you again. Item 14 is the consent agenda.
Move to approve consent.
Second.
All in favor of approving the consent agenda?
Aye.
Aye. Item 15 is public comment. Is there any public comment, Mr. Clerk?
There are none this evening.
16A1. 16 is discussion items. Item 16A1 is our board policy update for board policy 5020, parent rights and responsibilities. The Associate Superintendent of Student Services and Human Resources, Ms. Basuino.
Thank you. Good evening. Board Policy 5020, Parents' Rights and Responsibilities. This policy is being updated to include language for parents, guardians to request their student to opt out of certain instruction as required by law, and that parent and guardians receive notification regarding their rights in accordance with law and the Federal Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act. First read.
Thank you. Any discussion? Okay. 16B1 is another board policy update. Board policies 4144, 4244, 4344 regarding complaints. This is a new policy. The Director of Human Resources, Ms. Lujan.
Good evening, everyone. These series of policies codifies how the district processes complaints. We have a series of individual policies that outline how we handle complaints against district personnel, harassment complaints, but this one policy just provides standard procedures for all complaints.
Seeing no discussion, let's move to, sorry, I forgot the number, 16B2, our board policy updates. 4157, 4257, 4357 regarding employee safety. Ms. Lujan.
Hello again. So this policy largely remains the same. The new addition to this policy is the inclusion of SB 553, or what's known as workplace violence prevention. We are fully compliant with workplace violence prevention, but our board policy doesn't reflect that we are compliant with workplace violence prevention. So that is why we are bringing this update to you, and it is a first read.
Thank you. Any discussion? Item 17A1. This is a resolution number 2025-2026-13. Resolution in support of naming the Westmore High School track the Ron DiMaggio track. Ms. Presta.
Thank you. Well, I'm very happy that we are here tonight to read the resolution that the board has asked me to bring forward. So as you know, many community members and staff members, the administration approached the district with this recommendation. I fully supported and recommend that the board adopt the resolution tonight, and I'm going to read it for you. It's a little bit long. Whereas the Jefferson Union High School District Board of Trustees recognizes the importance of honoring individuals whose extraordinary service, leadership, and dedication have made a lasting impact on students, school communities, and the district. And whereas Coach Ron DiMaggio has devoted nearly 5 decades to coaching cross-country and track and field, including over 45 years of service at Westmore High School, serving with exceptional commitment as both a teacher and a coach. And whereas throughout his tenure, Coach DiMaggio has built a track and field and cross-country program that's both highly inclusive and competitive, welcoming of students of all abilities while maintaining high standards that have led to consistent athletic success. And whereas Coach DiMaggio's accomplishments include over 50 league championships, more than 500 dual meet victories, and the development of at least 35 state meet qualifiers, reflecting a sustained record of excellence. And whereas Coach DiMaggio has mentored thousands of student athletes at Westmore High School and in the Daly City community, instilling values of discipline, perseverance, teamwork, and personal growth that extend far beyond athletics. And whereas he has organized and hosted one of the largest and most respected cross-country meets on the San Francisco Peninsula, which will celebrate its 44th year in 2026, and whereas students, alumni, parents, and staff consistently describe Coach DiMaggio as a dedicated mentor who treats all athletes equally, inspires generations of students, and remains deeply committed to their success both on and off the field. And whereas the Westmore High School administration, along with numerous students, alumni, parents, and staff, have formally expressed strong support for honoring Coach DiMaggio through the naming of the school's track facility. And whereas district administration determined that the nomination meets the district's facility naming criteria and is a fitting recognition of Coach DiMaggio's legacy. And whereas the Board of Trustees finds that naming the track in honor of Coach DiMaggio appropriately recognizes his exceptional contributions and enduring impact on the Westmore community and the district as a whole, now, therefore, be it resolved that the Jefferson Union High School District Board of Trustees, well, hopefully, approves the naming of the Westmore High School track as the Ron DiMaggio track. And be it further resolved that the board directs the superintendent or designee to take all necessary actions to implement this naming, including appropriate signage and recognition. And be it further resolved that the board extend its deepest appreciation and gratitude to Coach Ron DiMaggio for his decades of outstanding service, leadership, and dedication to students and the community. So this is not passed yet. This is presented to the board. And I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you. Any discussion, board?
I'm excited to vote yes in favor of this, and it's a much deserved recognition, Coach, for all your years of service to the students of this community. Thank you so much. Well deserved. And there's nothing more that needs to be said. Thank you very much.
I want to say something. So when I came for my interview, that was the day that I found out about Coach DiMaggio. There were so many people in here talking about how great and uplifting and consistent and compassionate this person was. Well, my brother graduated from Westmore a long time ago, and I sent him the picture. That was, and he was like, "Oh my God, is he still there? He was my coach." So I am just so excited that at this meeting, I can potentially, but I'm going to say yes to this. This is so great. So I just want to congratulate Coach DiMaggio on just being an example of leadership in the community.
Coach DiMaggio, 5 decades, boy, that's a long time. That's a long time to, put yourself out there for the kids in our community. And from the stories, just a few stories that we heard the other night, and I'm sure that there's countless ones because I saw generations of stories coming in. The impact you've had on the community, the school, the kids in your life. I know growing up playing sports, how impactful a coach can be in someone's life, and how much they can change your perspective on things and really kind of get you aligned with, direction, giving you something to look forward to and sparking something in you that sometimes doesn't come with just being an academia, or something like that. I've also coached myself for a long time. I've coached my daughters in soccer. I've coached baseball. I know how fun that is. I know how challenging it is. I know how hard it is and how much time you give up. I know how much your family misses out on your time when you do that. But also, how grateful they could be for you doing that for the kids in our community. So I just want to thank you for all of that. You even, I believe, coached my bonus daughter, which is Yasmin Gu. She ran track for you a few years back and then went off to college in Alaska playing basketball. But I know she had a really good time running for you guys back then. Yeah, just thank you very much. And there's no way this doesn't happen tonight. So
I'm going to go next.
Okay.
You're going to go to last. Okay. Thanks. Coach, congratulations. You've been here a couple times before with your athletes, and it's great to have you back again to honor your service. Although my son's on the Terra Nova track team and you are in different divisions, I'm endeavored to get over to Westmore to check out track meet. Bring you a small gift just because you're a track coach. No other reason. When I was studying to become a teacher, I coached a track team, and I remember the joy in the teams cheering when we went to our third meet and we did not finish last. And a couple weeks ago, I was at Terra Nova track meet, and I forgot how much fun they are. You might have a slightly different perspective on that, but I hope the joy still comes through. So thank you.
Is it my turn now? Coach, I love you. I've been wanting this for a very long time. My son Evan ran for you and jumped for you for 4 years, and you made such a huge difference in his life. But also, I could see that you made a huge difference in the lives of all the other athletes, student athletes. And you can look it up. You can look up articles of student athletes from years before who said, and Coach DiMaggio really changed their lives. And, and I saw you in the hallway, I'm just like, I don't think this man has long pants. He's just always in shorts. Because you're so dedicated. You're so dedicated. And I just want to tell you how grateful we are for you. When I was at Jefferson, I ran track I did shot put and discus at Jeff, but I remember coming to Westmore and you were the Westmore coach. That was a long time ago in the, early 80s. And when I found out that you were coaching my son, I went, oh my God, is he still there? But then also my sister-in-law, Kathy Brush, he went to high school with, when I told her that you were Evan's coach, she went, oh my God, is he still at it? Because that's just who you are. I mean, you just keep giving and giving, and we're just so grateful for you. And I can't wait to see the track with your name on it. It'd just be amazing. So unless Ms. Presta has anything to say,
I just was so impressed by how many people approached us to name the track after you and how many people have shown up repeatedly for you. I mean, I'm not surprised, but I'm absolutely impressed. And I have to say, my son is running track he's a senior and it's the first track. He's used to do swim and he's doing track. And I went to my first track meet last week and it was really fun.
It's really fun.
And then the next day I saw a really big track meet out here at Westmore. And I was like, I need to get to more track meets. So thank you. Thank you for all of your years of dedication for our students.
So I'd like to move to approve the resolution number 2025-26/13 in support of naming the Westmore High School track the Ron DiMaggio track.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Coach, we'd like to invite you to the mic to say a couple words if you'd like.
I would like to thank you for this honor. I can't believe to tell you how I'm so thrilled to have this happen. I'm don't know where to start. All I know is that when 1978, there was a group of kids former students, they came to me when I was teaching in the middle school at Fernando Rivera, and they said they needed a track coach at Westmore. And would you go up and be the track coach, try to get the position? And I went up there and they said, well, we'd love to have you, but you have to do cross country too. And I said, okay, well, I'd love to do it because I ran high school and I ran in college. And when I was in middle school, I used to have track meets and do all this stuff. I constantly do. So the kids knew that track and field was my love. And it was just amazing to know that this is actually going to be, I feel it's the greatest honor that a track coach could get is to have the facility named after them. I've won awards and we've won championships, but to know that so many people have felt that what my program stands for and all the effort and the time that I put in and that it's meant a difference to people. And that is more than the wins. Just last weekend, I was at the 40 reunion for the 1986 class, and they got together. And to be told again by my former athletes who are now graduated 40 years ago, and how they were giving me hugs and telling me the things you said are what I base my life on. And it's such a valuable stage to be able to coach and teach adolescents because we lay down the foundation for what they set their goals on and what they set their life on. And to teach, never give up, never quit, just perform. It doesn't matter what the performance is, but learn how to give the most you can. And the kids always tell me, you always say, don't cheat yourself, and that's it. I don't care what the mark is, but if you don't prepare and you don't teach and you give that effort, you're not going to know how to do it when life comes. And when you learn this, that's the things that mean the most when I hear that. And to know that I'm still doing it. I'm very fortunate. I have a wife. I've been married 54 years. I have 3 children. My oldest boy is a track coach at Sarah High School. He's a math teacher. To see him carry on the name and to be involved in track. I have 9 grandchildren, and I'm just a blessed individual. I've had a great life, and to be able to know that I made a difference. And that, I think, is the greatest thing that anyone can do. And to know that I made a lot of differences, and to hear that, and that is, I'm just blessed with this honor, and I'm so proud of it. And like I said, it's the ultimate that any track coach can get, to know that his program means a lot to a lot of people. So thank you so much for this honor. And I am just without words. I'm very emotional about it. Thank you.
Coach, we've got the resolution to hand to you, and I think the board would love to take a photo with you.
These type of school things.
Now, you know this.
So connection with firefighters. Yeah. It means so much. Oh my God. Thank you.
I will say he did try to do it. Oh my God. There we go. Let's not better be taking this. We just breathe. This is great. There. Okay. Ready? And then I'm gonna get one with all of. Yes.
We still have to sign the real one just for the books, but that's for him.
That commemorative one, yeah.
Closer to me.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, folks, back to business here. 17B1, a joint use and maintenance agreement for Oceana High School fields between JUHSD and the Pacifica United Soccer Club. Who are they? Deputy Superintendent of Business Services, Ms. Van Raphorst.
Thank you. Good evening, President Walker, members of the board. The Pacifica United Soccer Club, also known as PUSC, serves our local youth and has maintained and used the upper field at Oceana High School for more than a decade. During that same time, the middle field at Oceana, which formerly was the baseball field, has remained unused and has not been regularly maintained. So tonight, for your consideration, there are two agreements with PUSC. One, to renew the use of the upper field, and second, to authorize their use and maintenance of the middle field. Mr. Curtis Chan, who represents PUSC, is present and has requested an opportunity to address the board.
Thank you, Deputy Superintendent. Thank you, trustees, for all your service. It's looks like it's over 2 hours you've been here. So thank you again for your service. My name is Curtis Chan. I'm on the board of Pacifica United. We're all volunteers. It's a volunteer-run organization. I also have 2 kids at Jefferson Union High School District. So thank you for your service. So just 3 basic items. One, we're deeply grateful to your staff that have been working in partnership with us, with our volunteers, to develop upper field so that's it's able to be used every day for our kids after school and also by staff and students during school. So thank you for that. The second is just to inform you that we have 435 members that utilize the fields for the fall season as well as the spring season. And we also use it for summer camps as well too. So that's at least 435 kids who for most of them is their primary sport, their primary method for youth development. So we really appreciate that partnership. We also do quite a bit of community services as well too. We do free skills camps. We also partner with the high schools to provide skills clinics. And we also hire student coaches to be assistant coaches as well too. And the third aspect, I'm also a pediatrician and just really appreciate all the events of this evening, from Coach DiMaggio to hearing about Mamma Mia, to hearing about our future police officers in this community. It's really inspirational, the different types of youth development that this school district is able to do in this extremely expensive county of San Mateo. The creative ways in which your staff and your leadership are able to develop such a wonderful diversity of meaningful programs that impact children's lives throughout their young lives as well as adulthood is really inspiring. So those are my just general comments. The middle field, we hope, we believe that there are people, it's volunteer run organization. We do think that there's enough people lined up so that most of the raising of the existing fields can be done through donations. And we do think that there's going to be an investment of around $20,000 that we're going to raise ourselves, of just, that's beyond the in-kind donations. We hope to have it done within a year, but we don't have any guarantees because it really requires all the pieces to fall into place. And we think that the field is going to be used as a 9v9 field, so it will be able to accommodate around 25 kids at a time. But during training, which is during the weekdays, the primary time we're going to utilize it, we think that we'll be able to train about 40 kids at a time. So I think I'll pause there and see if there's any questions or if you have any other questions. Thank you very much for the staff to even help develop this MOU. And again, happy to take any questions.
I don't have any questions, but I definitely empathize with the need for field space, especially for our soccer clubs. I coached at Lowen for 10 years and we lost Crestmore recently. So kind of seeing how those little pieces of land are coveted like that is really important for our kids. So I think it's probably going to be a great use of space if we could all agree to something. So looking forward to helping out.
I want to say something. I think I met you at the climate conference at Skyline. I think you spoke at that. But I just am impressed that you're stepping up to do this and that you have volunteers and that all of the effort and energy that you're putting into this space, that, the youth for the kids. I just am very impressed by that. So thank you for stepping up to spearhead this effort. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing some activity on that field now. I mean, it's been, aside from it being used previously as parking for the Fog Fest, just grateful that there'll be some youth activity out there again. And I think this agreement is perfect. So thank you.
I also am looking forward to this partnership. Field space. It'll be really nice to see it being utilized and that you're helping us to maintain it. And we will be able to use it as well. But it'll be great to see the kids out there.
We've talked about this before. I'm pleased that your hard work's paying off right now. I'm happy for you. I'm happy for the club. I'm happy that the school district is getting more use out of that field. I think it's great.
Thank you.
Any more questions or anything? Before we do anything else, I kind of wonder if I should be voting on this. I'm going to choose to abstain this time. Maybe another time we'll have a big philosophical discussion. But my son plays a lot of soccer games for PUSC, right? I'm an interested party.
Okay.
Not just a parent. But I think I can run a vote though.
Yes.
If we have one,
Move to approve the joint use and maintenance agreements for Oceana High School fields between JUHSD and Pacifica United Soccer Club.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Congratulations. Thank you, Curtis. I abstain.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Uh, 17B2 is a new resolution, and it authorizes,
I will explain it if you pass it over.
I'm going to pass it over to Ms. Van Raphorst, and she will tell you what it's all about. Thank you.
Thank you so much, President Walker. I'm actually going to explain 17B2 and B3, and then we can see if you have questions or comments. For both of these items, they're very similar. From time to time, our financial advisors bring refinancing opportunities to our attention. When districts issue voter-approved bond funds for our facilities improvements, those bonds are repaid by the district taxpayers. And adopting these two proposed resolutions, 2025-2026/11 and 12, will allow the district to refinance a portion of outstanding bonds that were issued in 2016. And this would result in savings to the district taxpayers estimated to exceed $6 million. So we do have our financial advisor, Mr. Joe Crump from Dale Scott's office here tonight to answer any questions you might have.
Right.
Yeah, I do have a question. How will it look on the average taxpayer's property tax bill? What will they actually see when this happens?
Yeah, that's a great question. So what we're looking to do as far as the refinancing is to sort of restructure the bonds. So I wish I had a graphic here tonight, but I think we're looking at maybe a very small increase in the short term, which will kind of stabilize the tax rate. But then you'll see in the long term, a large amount of savings. So essentially what we're doing is we're kind of restructuring the payments to move a lot of those payments forward in a way that's efficient to get taxpayer savings, but will have a pretty minimal impact on the near-term tax rates.
All right, that's helpful. Thank you.
Anyone else? Okay. I thought I had a question about the difference between these bonds.
Yeah, just to recap. So there are two resolutions, as Tina said. The only reason there's two different series is because the first series, Series A, will refinance bonds from the 2006 authorization, and Series B will refinance bonds from the 2014 authorization. So we've just kind of split them out based on the prior authorization.
Thank you. Any other questions?
No. Move to approve resolution. Well, I guess we'll do two motions, or can we do it in one motion?
Because I don't know, can we do two?
All right, sure thing. First motion, resolution number 2025-26/11. I'm not going to read the whole thing.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Then motion to approve resolution number 2025-2026/12.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Great, thank you. Thanks a lot, Joe. Item 18, consideration of future agenda items. Seeing none, item 19 is about adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor of adjournment?
Aye.
Aye.
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Nope.